Hi, Big Wide World. It's me again, craigebabes. I'm on my veranda. The sun is really shining today. It's a beautiful day today. Got some nice water to sit and relax with as well. But I thought, what am I going to do today? And what am I going to talk about? I thought I could happily just sit here in the sunshine and just chill out and relax. But I did feel like I wanted to make a video today, and I thought today I wanted to talk a little bit about an introduction, really, on Ganesh or Ganesha, however you would say. But I'd say Ganesh, and it's the god Ganesh, but also part of the Hindu pantheon, but also the Ganesh mantra or Ganesha Om Gun Ganapati Ye Namahe, which is one what I do use a lot, and I love that mantra. So I just thought I'd talk a little about it, but also talk about the god, and see where we go from there. Really, it's always a journey. It's part of my journey. So there you got satellite dish is still coming outside of my head there, and I love it. And there's the Buddha plaque at the back of me. I always look for him. I think it's beautiful. Just it's me. What you see is what you get with me, and it's just the normalness. But I wanted to say with Ganesh, Ganesh is the elephant-headed god, and he has resides or has his energy resides at the base of the spine. It's that base chakra. It's that base to do with sleep, to do with survival, to do with nurturing, to do with energy, food. It's that survival aspect of it there, and Ganesh has that aspect of that. It's to do with energy and movement of energy with Ganesh. Ganesh is really to do with movement of obstacles, but also of moving forward, but also realization. It is, to me, he resonates as the start of a journey. He is the beginning of the journey, just as like at the bottom. And he is the god in the Hindu pantheon, but is very much present, often loved by children, seen as very gentle energy. I'm not saying he is regards of as easy and soft in regards to him, because Ganesh has got a very strong and fierce side, especially to do with removing negativity, to do with darkness, and to do with overcoming that. But he always, to me, it's a gentle lead. He likes to lead you. He likes to lead you gently and help you move forward. But I have to say, he's not always there. He is moving of obstacles in regards to it could be to success, it to be your way forward. He's a lot to do with spiritual journey as well, and he links with the energy of the Kundalini, and it's that residing your natural energy at the bottom of the spine, and it's that openness and that movement of energy there. And Ganesh helps with that. He also helps with thought process. He helps with spiritual connection and viewing ways. Ganesh does also. He doesn't just move stuff aside and say, "Oh, there you go, off you go, loads, move forward." He does illusions, and we're working with Kundalini and working with that self. Illusions, what you haven't realised, or illusions which you haven't fully incorporated into self and understood. He does bring them up. He does bring them forward, and so you all will reface or review one, or you may be asking for an obstacle removed, and in that journey you get new realization of that obstacle, or how your perception is an integration of it. He does raise things up. He isn't just to sit back and love light, love light, love light. He does do that, but equally it's an understanding of, it's a realization this is a journey of progression and movement forward. Equally, it's often seen with the rat. He rides the rat, and the rat is seen as the mind. It can be the ego, it can be the mind, and it's he gives the ego, gives the mind a little one. So when you were desiring that, um, whatever it may be, positivity, whether it be finance, whether it be he gives some of that energy to that, but also he leads you to understanding and moving past what and seeing the bigger picture, the bigger focus. He has all these aspects to him. He isn't just to sit back, because everyone sees him, and I did for a long time. I saw him as this sit back, just chilled out, relaxed. I will, and it just, but he is that, but he does have a dynamic side to him, and it is to do with moving forward and protection. He also very instantly, because he's resonating in the best of the spine, and is very close to our vibration. He is instant, and people often have an instant connection and an instant work, and that's why he's often to do with people who are seeking spiritual progressions, spiritual enlightenment. That's one of the first mantras that often come round them, or are presented to them, or initiated within, is to do with that instancy of Ganesh being there and that energy of him vibration. A lovely, lovely healing message to him. And it is that Ganapataye, the Ganapataye he is the spouse of power. He has such energy, and that is the spouse of power, does relate to that Kundalini. So it does relate to that opening of that Kundalini spiritual awakening, and he does bring that. He does change levels of vibration, and so when you're working in that, he does open another level of vibration. I always say with mantra, people often think a mantra, you're asking for something, it's just one thing. So you're asking for healing, or you're asking for love, or you're asking for protection. It isn't just sent, and it doesn't just present as the way you're expecting. Mantra works on so many vibrations, and it's the vibrational tone of that. And so it does work, so it may raise, and things may be raised up for you. You may end up looking at something. I always say the old adage of be careful what you wish for. And I've done that before. I've done that many years ago. I was felt I was truly in love with this person. They were the one and only one for me. And I prayed and I mantraed and I did affirmation, that I did all sorts of spiritual work to try and bring that connection, because I thought we were truly the ones. We were truly together. We were soulmates. We would be together forever. And we did end up together. And I did end up having a short relationship with this person. It was a short relationship because once I got there, once I was there in the relationship, I realised what was on the top, what I saw on the top, wasn't fully what it was. That person wasn't just, I was seeing them through rose-coloured glasses. My perception of them was one way, and actually they were completely different. And it wasn't what I suppose I needed love, and I did want love and feel love, but also the acceptance that of me wasn't there at all, and what I wanted and what I thought was there wasn't actually what was there, and so we parted amicably. Is understanding though that there is more layers to this. I always say within life we see things from many perspectives, and we get to visit them from many perspectives for learning. I've said this before in a video, and I want to say with mantra, the vibrations opens this up. It opens up the door and opens up the window for light to come in. And when that light and that understanding comes in, you will perceive things in a different way, or may perceive things, or things may come not as you were expecting, it may come in a different way, and another realization. Because I always say with Ganesh, what you'll get a bit of what you want, but you also get what you need, and you get them together. So actually, what you want and what you need may not be totally in line. And it's understanding and that realization there's more to it, of the self, the soul growing. And this comes a lot from Ganesh. Ganesha does bring this vibration round and bring this healing. The mantra is, and as I've said before, is Om Gum Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Ganapataye Namaha. A very short mantra, but a very powerful one. And it's one I use regular. Last time I used it, I was sending some energy for somebody else. I was asking for energy and healing for them to help remove obstacles, but also give them clarity of where they wanted to go and what they wanted direction. But equally, I was doing some mantra work for myself in that. Again, helping to remove obstacles within and around me, but also helping me to guide and find my way forward and where I was going. And I was open to what was going. And I did my mantra for a long time. I always do it. I usually do it for 40 days. It's usually a 40-day repetition, where I do it for 40 days, at least 108 times in a day. I do it as much as possible in thought. And I will talk about another mantra expression of the difference, because there was a different energy with as a chant, as a spoken word, as a silence. Each way of expressing the mantra has a different energy, but a slight variation of that. I do all three, but actually, I'd done my mantras and I'd done it past the 40 days, and I was carrying on for myself, and my Marleys just disappeared. They just they vanished. And to me, that was saying, right, this is the time to stop. This is where, because I kept them in the same place, and yet they disappeared. And to me, it was this, you can stop that now. They will come back. They haven't come back yet, so I'm using some different Marla beats for a different kind of mantra. But it was used, that was to me that resonance of. But within that, I have took a slight detour into doing things that I never thought, and a lot is to do with being online a lot more. I never thought I would be on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and such. I never thought I'd be doing that. I didn't have, but it opened my eyes to, you need to focus and you need to focus. And it was the understanding, what the reflection of being present with the emotion, what raised as I'm doing that, Ganesh. And he does raise. I have a lot here through my lovely belly, a lot of energy there, and understanding, breathing into it and resonating with that as I'm doing the mantra, what was coming up. It is multifaceted. Equally, the energies of spirit around me changed and the vibration changed, and different energies of different people started coming. People had not worked with me for a long time seemed to come in, and more grounded. And I found myself in a different way there. Each one was a new way forward, a new essence. But it all comes from Ganesh. Ganesh is that, but equally he's a process within the mind. As I look to all gods and goddesses, I resonate them as an energy outward, but also an energy inward. The inward energy, the aspect of me, the part of the divine, the higher self. And that with Ganesh assists with that, connecting from the daily mind, the ego, moving away from that to the higher self, but also connecting, moving forward, moving obstacles of my spiritual path and connecting to it. And moving, where am I going? What am I doing? A gentle way, but a strong way as well. I hope this makes sense to you. this little chat, really. I am going to do. I think I'll come back on later on. I may come on later on and do some repetitions of the Ganesh mantra. And I think I might do that later on. Put some music on, do some repetitions, and you can follow along. But first of all, I wanted to do just a little aspect introduction. This is just scratching the surface. Absolutely scratching the surface. There's so much, but I just wanted to get people's minds thinking and acknowledging that. And hopefully you've enjoyed this little chat, and I'll speak to you all soon. A lot of love to everybody, and I'll speak to you again.